Ever seen the Gospel or the Blues According to Lightning Hopkins, like an old Les Blank movie? It's Lightning like sweating his fucking dick off, and it's maybe a 30-minute movie. At one point, he's getting his hair permed by these two women. He got his gold teeth shining. He's sitting on the floor. And he's like yelling at him, and then at one point, he's standing outside, and just the whole thing is so sweaty and fucking Houston as fuck.
I love opening everything. I always open a cappella, like with the band, without the band, and do something a cappella first to just sit it off. And it just makes, I think people look at me and think a lot of different things, but then if I just sing and it gets my voice, gets me in the zone, and if I sing something a cappella, it's like, there's no filter, there's nothing to hide behind, and it's like, people go, even people that don't necessarily like my music or whatever, they go, whoa, what is that, you know? Come down swinging in a classic candy car, drop top Lincoln, smoking big cigars. From the front to the back, side to side, red lights blinking every time we ride at night. I done came down, pushing wood like a lumberjack, smoking good out the Thunder Pack. I was gone, but I brought it back, brought it back. Green eyes flickered at the sight of his leather seats, in the light from his Swisher Sweet, through the fog of a melody, memory. Thick like honey, with a face like a movie star, stacked like money, with a waist that could take you far. From the front to the back, side to side, buy a ticket, click it, take the ride. So I was listening to UGK and sitting in this parking lot in Houston. This guy drove up in a drop-top Lincoln, like on swangas and shit. And I just watched this whole interaction between this hooker and her pimp. And I literally wrote it like out loud I started singing the melody, and then I did it into my phone and was just building the verses one by one. But it's definitely was just watching it in the middle of the night. It was over by where the Screwed Up Records and Tapes is now.
From Texas. Was born in the Panhandle. My family is all from Headley, Clarendon. But I grew up mostly in Dallas, then a little bit here, and then I was a ward of the state for some years in high school and beyond. Like I went to the Boys Ranch in high school. And, yeah, I grew up mostly Dallas, Oak Cliff, Irving. But yeah, at this point, kind of just didn't leave Texas until I was 19. I would say, when people ask me, I'm usually just like, Texas. I've lived all over the state, not just along the 35 corridor.
What is your writing process?
I don't know. Writing process. It's like kind of just changes all the time. Like sometimes I think I have it down, and I do a lot at once. Like I'll write a bunch of shit real quick, kind of in succession. And sometimes it's like on napkins, and sometimes it's in a notebook, and sometimes it's in my head, or voice memos, or tape recorders. It just kind of, every time I think I got it figured out, like how I write, I'm like, oh, I finally figured out the formula. Then it just, I can't write them like that anymore after, you know, I get that batch of stuff out. Now it's like with the band stuff, it's a lot more like piece by piece. I just like am writing little snippets of things down on paper and receipts. And usually like when I get back from a tour or traveling, I got like a pile of like receipts with writing all over the back of them and start piecing things together. And change lyrics a lot. I don't know. Writing is, I read a lot and I'm kind of in the like Kerouac idea of things where it's like, I'm not an everyday writer. I don't write every single day. I don't sit down at a desk and write. I've tried that, but I just go live, and then something happens. I get inspired and one thing leads to another, and I've been building up all these ideas, and I may have had these little scraps of paper for a year, and then, you know, the songs are weird though. Like I think it's Tom Waits. I don't know if he's the originator of it, but Tom Waits has a thing where he's talking about how like songs don't really belong to anyone, and like the idea of songwriter is kind of bullshit. Like you just happen to be the guy that's practiced enough to have the pen open, and when the inspiration comes in through the window, the song brings itself to you. If you don't write it down, you lose it, and it'll go down the fucking road or across the world, and it'll go into someone else's window, and maybe they have time to write it down. And so like, I don't know, I think they just kind of come out. I don't really think they're as magic as I did when I was young. When I was young, I thought the only good songs were the ones that didn't take any work, that happened real quick. Now, there's all kinds of ways to write, and now I write about a lot of different things. Like when I was younger, and a lot of the solo stuff is real heroin, jail, like all this stuff that was really deep and personal to me. But then, you know, having a daughter changed a lot of that, becoming like I think a decent man, which I wouldn't say I was when I was younger, just becoming a man. And having real friendships and real relationships, like, find it easier to write about, I wouldn't say happy, but about love and relationships in a different way than I used to, which is, I got better at writing about other people's lives instead of just my own.
This is called Mosquito Ditch. Well, there's a hole in my pocket where the daytime goes. You just won't hold no steps. Well, when the boulevards are buzzing, go down and find your cousin at the bottom of Mosquito Ditch. Well, the corner store's a nightclub, everybody's there. The singer is a cyclops who plays the pedal steel. Well, the jukebox ain't broken, it just plays in slow motion. That's how we like to listen to it down here. Well, codeine in a coffee cup, no seeds in my smoke. It's so easy to speed up when you're moving so slow. Well, now I went down to Sharpstown. I swore I'd seen the light. They got some women down there with expensive hair who could show you around all night. Well, codeine in a coffee cup, no seeds in my smoke. It's so easy to speed up when you're moving so slow. Well, now the sun's coming up bloodshot, and I'm bumming a smoke. Everybody on this corner is either busted or broke. Well, the rate's too expensive at this mothball motel, so we're sleeping in the parking lot with the doors locked. Well, codeine, oh, and a coffee cup. No seeds in my smoke. It's so easy to speed up when you're moving so slow. Yeah, Mosquito Ditch is kind of just like psychedelic retelling of the first time I drank lean. I was a kid here in Houston and was with a bunch of kids and this kid's uncle, and we like drove around in like a candy painted car, but it was a generous term for it. But yeah, we went to like a corner store kind of deal, and we were listening to Screw and sipped a bunch of drink, and yeah, and then just the second half of it is kind of being in my late teens, early 20s, running around selling drugs, chasing girls in Houston, and not having enough money for the hotel or whatever it is, you know. And yeah, I like that song a lot, but it's definitely dark.
Is there anyone elaborate that you'd like to share that song with?
Pimp C. I want to share all of them with Pimp C. I want to sit down with Pimp C and be like, hey, you inspired like a kind of country blues singer? I think he'd appreciate that. His dad was in the Bar K's, like Otis Redding's backing band. And I would probably just like to share my stuff with Pimp C in general, just to see. He might hate it, and Scarface too, that's the other one. Brad Jordan, fucking also like a musical fucking genius. Better Slow Down is about a strip club also in Houston. and a dancer that I dated when I was in my 20s. I have no idea where she is. I tried not that long ago to find her on Instagram. I'm sure she does not use her legal name anymore or the dancer name that she used at the time. Where she may be gone, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, she and I did a lot of heroin together a long time ago and had some dark times, and she could probably stand to slow down if she's still around. Got out of the rain in a cabaret to waste the afternoon away. Mother Mary, mercy me, cast your shadow on my knee. The 808 is thumping like a heart that's gone astray. It's just that evil eye forgot you in its sway. Took it on back to her in a flat. All the walls were painted black. I said, baby, I ain't into that. She put me on the shelf like bric-a-brac. There's nothing like an empty bed to make you feel ashamed. But it's cash on the barrel if the rig is sterile. That's just the price you pay. You better slow down. Oh, you better slow down. That running around is gonna wear you out. You better slow down. Oh, you better slow down. I spent 30 long nights in a beer sign light, watching the scene in black and white. Sun come up by late July. I stumbled around until August 9. Winter's fast approaching and the leaves are turning brown. But it feels like things are just picking up. No sign of winding down. You better slow down. Oh, you better slow down. That running around is gonna wear you out. You better slow down. Oh, you better slow down. You keep spinning like a top. Don't take the time to stop. You're acting like a clown. Well, too much is not a lot. You're not even getting off. You got no business getting down. Well, the hour's getting late. You got no time to waste. You can't wait around. You better slow down. Oh, you better slow down. That running around, it's gonna wear you out. You better slow down. Boy, you better slow down.
How did you find your voice?
So when I was young, I grew up singing a lot, and I was even a rapper when I was in junior high school. But I sounded really different, and I mean, cigarettes are part of that. But then when I was in my early 20s, I moved to LA. I was like, I'm gonna stop selling drugs. I'm gonna move to LA, chase this girl. Immediately found what was looking for me, you know? And I got pretty deep into the drug game in LA. Not like kingpin shit, I was a loser, but just the politics in California were really different. And I ended up in a situation where I was using drugs pretty heavily, and I got dragged down a staircase by like 12 dudes and got my head kicked into a wall. And I had not played guitar in a few years and hadn't sang in a while. And I was in a coma for a period and woke up in Cedars-Sinai, and I had cornrows in my hair at the time, so they had taken them out, but I came to from this coma and definitely had some brain damage. But the girl I was seeing at the time was like, you gotta just play guitar. And of course I went and re-upped like immediately and got robbed again. But I hadn't sang in a long time. And then I remember she and I ended up moving to Joshua Tree together. And I bought a little Yamaha guitar off Craigslist. And I never sang the way I sing now. Before that, I didn't have that voice. And then literally I was just fucking around on guitar and played You Can't Always Get What You Want by the Rolling Stones. And I sang not exactly the way I sing now, but pretty the same voice, you know? And it just happened. And I don't know, yeah, my voice was never that powerful when I was younger. And I used to lose my voice on tour a lot, like in the time since then, because I was maybe 21 or 22 when that happened. But tried to take vocal lessons over the years, and I definitely sing wrong. Like on paper, it's not the right way, but it, yeah, it's my voice, and I like it now. Paper Ships is about a friend of mine, JR, that I used to hop trains with. He was the one who took me on a train for the first time and traveled around a lot with, and he overdosed 8 years ago now, 8 years ago. And when I wrote it, I had found out that he had passed, and I was living in a halfway house in Austin, and I just literally walked into the shower, and I guess like paper ships are like a thing in New Orleans and in Louisiana, where like when someone dies, you know, sail a paper ship. But yeah, that one just came out in like 20 minutes. I think I got out of the shower and it was done, and I just played the guitar exactly the way it is now. And don't sing it as much now that I'm touring with the band, but I used to sing it every night when I played solo. And yeah, helps me remember him. And then, you know, I've lost a million people since then, and so has everyone else. So it's kind of, I see the effect it has on me when I play it, I feel it. And then I see the effect it has on people that maybe don't know me, or it's just, yeah, I think I'm probably more proud of that song than anything I've ever written. It's like, I think I did him justice and did myself justice.
Sail a paper ship across the old canal. Watch it tread the water with a headline on its bow. It started out so straight and clear, but it did not make it far. Filled up quick, took a nasty dip, then it fell apart. And it's so long, old friend. Wish I could have been the one to straighten out your bends. And it's no use, man, it's old news. Bitter tears to mark the years between us and the end. Broke a paper clip on a letter that you wrote. Caught a glimpse of your fingerprints in a smudge at the top of the note. Long ago on a county road, oh, I knew this day would come. Now I'm chasing down the memories, I take them as they come. And it's so long, old friend. You thread a needle through your arm, trying to stitch it back together. And it's no use, man, old news. Bitter tears to mark the years between us and the end. Elevator trips, LA County sun, early morning instant coffee, living on the run. Old freight train fiddles, oh, talking on the phone. Losing touch for a couple of beers and barely hanging on. Man, we sure will miss you. Oh, but you ain't missing much. People tell new doors open each time the old ones shut. So I'll cry no more, but I can't close the door. Folks may say there's a better way, but I'm not so sure. and it's so long. Oh, friend, after a while I hope to see your smile if heaven lets me in, and it's no use, mate. Oh, news, bitter tears to mark the years between us and the end. Bitter tears for fallen peers who won't be seen again. Sail a paper ship across the old canal. Watch it tread the water with a headline on its bow.
Which of your songs is the most difficult to write? And it doesn't have to be one.
Most difficult song to write. I mean, all the ones about dead friends and that stuff was. Maybe it wasn't that hard to write. Maybe it was really hard to live it, but it was hard to like. The burden of like trying to like memorialize someone that you care about or something you care about is, I mean, it's an internal burden, but it's a struggle for sure. It was back then. But and real cathartic. But those things did a lot for me. Like Paper Ships came right out, but it didn't feel good, you know, writing it. And I don't know, hard to write. The ones that don't come out are probably the harder ones to write because I never finish them. That's an old song, Needle and a Blue. It's, I mean, I was a IV drug user back then. This is, you know, that was probably wrote that song 12 years ago. But Blue is the old OxyContin used to be blue, and when I couldn't find heroin, I'd buy the far more expensive OxyContin, and used to be able to cold water extract them and shoot them in a syringe. But yeah, that song is just kind of like the whole song is kind of a riddle about. Each verse is kind of a riddle about just addiction. It's a fucking bitch. And it was, especially for me then, and just a circle. Everything you find that's the solution leads you right back to the fucking bullshit. But.
Standing at the peak, looking to the bottom, all falls down, watching summer turn off. Autumn comes cold, cold comes winter. Every day's a struggle just to stomach my dinner. Well, nickel in my pocket, burning up a hole. Sell another ticket just to watch it burn slow. Slow comes quicker, liquor runs dry. Drying off my boots to deliver my high. Needle and a blue, needle and a blue, needle and a blue. Well, I'm lying in the kitchen, looking at the sky. Sky's too low for me to even try to fly. Flying in a box never worked well. Wells dried up, no water for sale. So now I'm drowning in a bathtub, trying to get cleaned up quick, but the dirt is so mean. Kicked me up a cloud, waited for the rain, only rained 5 minutes, then it slithered down the drain. Needle and a blue, needle and a blue, needle and a blue. Well, either way you run, can't run too far. The key's all crooked, but you're looking through the bars too high. So when you come down, all you got left is a lonesome sound. Needle and a blue, needle and a blue, needle and a blue.
Think the world values love a lot less than it should, and that shit is the only thing that's ever done anything for me, whether it's through music or friendship. Like Sean, my bass player, just like taught me so much about what loving your friends and loving other people looks like. And I mean, that's what makes life matter, is love.
What excites you the most about the future?
What excites me the most about my future? Getting to watch my daughter grow up. She is just... And, you know, I have some hope. I don't know if I would call myself optimistic, but I have some hope that maybe her generation, or at least she'll have a good impact on the people around her. And, like, I've made a lot of mistakes in my life. I put out a lot of negativity, especially when I was younger. Hurt a lot of people, did a lot of damage. And my, like, biggest hope is that, you know, my daughter does things differently. She'll make mistakes, and then maybe she'll have a child. And that child, or just affect somebody who will, you know, take a different course and be a blessing to the world around them, you know? 30 now is, it's kind of, my mom struggles with a lot of the same issues that I have over the years, and it's kind of, that song is kind of like about the parallels between she and I, and I think both verses could be about either one of us or, you know, a number of other people in both of our lives, but yeah, I mean, that song's for my mama, and yeah, I don't play it that much anymore, but I remember playing it for her for the first time. I didn't tell her what it was about, and she just knew, like, the Marlboro Man could be her boyfriend, it could be me. The methamphetamine baby could be me or her, you know, like, all that stuff is, yeah. That was, like, one of the first songs I ever wrote where I was like, I expressed what I was trying to express pretty well in that, yeah. And it's got that killer line that I don't even remember writing, but he doesn't know which way is up unless he's coming down. Still really proud of that fucking line.
This is called Dirty Now. This is for my mom. Well, methamphetamine baby looks around at the stars, beaming out in every direction, standing over the bar. She doesn't know which one's which, lost track of keeping up with the shit. She don't talk to no one, she don't have to. Kept on getting the craziest looks in the hall. Everybody's talking about her, saying nothing at all. They just wanna watch her bleed. She's freaking out in front of the sink. She's learning not to cry unless she has to. But when there's nobody around, she always stands out in the crowd. No one cares if she is dirty now. She doesn't know how to keep it together when she's falling down. Well, the Marlboro man and his lady enter to the applause. No one really cares, they just stand and remark. She's so mysterious, she's serious. Doesn't know the answer, you can't ask him. Hard to go back to the straight face, now he's a clown. Doesn't know which way he is up, but last he's coming down. He doesn't know who he is. He swears he doesn't give a shit. He's keeping up appearances for no. But when there's nobody around, he always disappears in the crowd. No one cares if he's all cleaned up now. He doesn't know how to keep it together when he's passing out. But when there's nobody around, he always disappears in the crowd. No one cares if he is dirty now. He doesn't know how to keep it together when he's blacking out.
I don't know, the new stuff with the band, like especially just the joy and like the love that I found with these two dudes, Sean and Cooper, like I don't write about addiction. I mean, addiction's not part of my life the way that it was when I was younger, and it's a lot to like sing those songs by yourself every night. And my writing just, I think, has changed a lot. Like the record we're putting out, there's a lot more love, for better or worse, and a lot more, you know, it's expanded a lot. I used to have a hard time writing about those things. But now, yeah, I think my writing's changed a lot. Like the newer stuff, I'm excited for people to hear it, but there's still gambling, there's still street stuff, there's still all that, but it's less like self-loathing and less just straight sadness, you know. Yeah, and I love the experience of playing with like my brothers on stage. I get to look over at them and we're fucking grinning, and it's like this magical thing. And the songs just changed because of that. There's songs that are fun and groovy and a lot of blues, and I still have a lot of writing about the street and all that stuff. But it's different. It's a little more removed because I'm not there anymore. You know, I have a daughter. I'm not a sad person all the time. I have a lot of fun and I smile a lot, and I smile with my kid and with my friends, and I have relationships that aren't like doomed anymore. And you know, I'm proud of that. But some people are not. We had people walk out of shows in California that were like fans of the old stuff, and we didn't play any old stuff. And people, you know, it is what it is. But that stuff's on records. You can go listen to it. I would like to sit down with Pimp C. Like that's the dream. He's been such a like guiding light for me as far as music and like sticking true to your guns. And like the song is from the references to his song, and there's come down swangin', like all that stuff. And that song is from, they're all kind of UGK and Houston rap references. And I just think he's the most like unrecognized genius in the history of fucking American music. Like he should be treated like Woody Guthrie. He should be treated like Bob Dylan.